Right, hello. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
My name's Sylvia.
My name's Keith,
Okay.
and we live in Welwyn Garden City, and we're going to talk about some of our favourite TV programmes. In particular, you particularly like Wanted Down Under,
Yeah.
because we've got a son and obviously daughter-in-law and two grandchildren that live there at the moment
In Melbourne.
and it does give us an idea of how they're living and their lifestyle and what we might be missing or what they might think they're missing from the homeland as such.
And why the reasons the people like the programming Watches Down Under, and it's families that are moving from the UK over to Aussie, and the real reasons why they're going to Aussie. And quite often it's that they get more money, the wages is higher out there, and
Much
the way
higher.
of life. Yes.
Much higher. But then the cost of living's quite more expensive. So it's a bit like a double-edged sword. They go for the money, the weather and elsewhere, but then they have to pay out more money for the things that you need in life, the basics. So it's
What's your other favourite programme?
we like reflection. We have been watching a lot of drama lately. The latest one that's keeping us bit sort of interested is Reflections,
Can you talk
which
a
is
bit more about Reflections?
Reflections. It's a program. It's an architectural design group in Glasgow, and the principal character is a young architect that's had a checkered past. I think she was depressed, manic depressant, wasn't she? And her husband that is now was also her therapist, and they obviously fell in love, married, and she's on the straight and narrow now. But what happens is she becomes pregnant, and her replacement, I feel, is a total reflection of her. But she doesn't realise that she's a reflection of her. She's gone through the same problems. And it's the final one's coming up, and there's all these dramas. There's a murder involved.
Yes.
So the murder has kept the real trace of the story. The murder has kept that below what's really going on. So. I think that will be the answer, is that she is exactly the same temperament, the same things happen to her, and I think that's really the basic of the story. And I think the site, the owner of the latest where the murder took place, the latest project, I think he might be the guilty person. Other than that, I don't know, but. Drama seems to be quite important to us, although we do enjoy, well, I do, comedy. You don't always see the funny side of something, do you? No.
What sort of comedy do you watch? What's your favourite?
I think at the moment Mrs. Brown's, because it's so banal that it's funny. You know, it's not it's not too deep, is it?
No,
not
but
like
there's a lot of people that don't like.
No.
What?
I think the swearing doesn't help.
Maybe.
There's because it's obviously well after the 9 o'clock watershed. It's I think they're allowed to
get away with it, don't they?
Yeah.
You mean the show is after 9 o'clock in the evening, so children can't watch it?
Yeah.
No, that's it. Yeah, often it comes on 10 o'clock, 10:30.
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
But there's a lot of innuendos in it, which is very clever. Very clever.
And do you like Miranda? Are you familiar with
I'm not over keen on Miranda. I don't know if it's a bit. I don't know if it's a bit too.
It's down to the individual, really. Isn't it?
Yeah. But I can see some of it's fun. I mean, I'm more into thinking about it. Is your favourite actress Julie Walters when she was with Victoria Woods, who just recently died. Well, within the last 18 months. But her shows were very well written, and somebody like Julie Walters, being such a character actor, really did do the performances justice. But yeah, it was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you even liked those, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I like Julie Walters, whatever she's in, so it doesn't matter, does it?
No. But
what about sitcoms?
Sitcoms.
Like Fawlty
I'm
Towers,
not.
Would you call that a sitcom?
Fawlty Towers. Yeah, I suppose it's a series. Yeah, it's an old series, but yeah, I mean, the beauty of that was that he didn't let his writing talents go to waste. He did one series, and that was it. And people just kept asking for more. Which was very clever, but that is John Cleese.
But then I think it was a show that was on a sitcom that there was nothing else that you could compare with.
True.
I think that's
what. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But at the time, I thought he got the British seaside bed and breakfasts off to a T.
Oh yes.
The way you were treated. We went to the Isle of Wight, and it was very reminiscent of it, wasn't it? Do you remember? He put us right up into the attic, and and when we come down for breakfast, it's unbelievable.
The breakfast was awful, wasn't it?
Yeah. But he was very surly, wasn't he? He wasn't like you had to.
We said it was based on that.
Yeah, we reckon it was. Yeah, yeah, it was good. But so other than that.
What about cookery programs that the show?
That's your forte.
Well,
cookery.
we both like.
No, I don't like the Bake Off.
Oh, you don't.
I hated it.
Well, not as much the Bake Off, but any cookery program.
Oh yeah, I enjoy cookery. I mean, I must admit, Anna's just mentioned Saturday mornings, but whenever we've had chance, James Martin was a great. That was a great show because it wasn't only just cookery; it was also you had other elements to it, which made it watchable. It wasn't hard to watch. You could sit there Saturday mornings for 2 or 3 hours, and just not be. It was very relaxing. You could.
I think that's the difference with cookery programs. It is quite, it is relaxing.
It is.
And the thing is, you could have your meal and then sit and watch that, and then you're hungry, wouldn't you? By just watching the program.
Yeah. And also, I did a better omelette, didn't I?
Yes. Yeah.
What do you think of Nigella Lawson?
No, I didn't like her.
Why did you not like?
There's this phrase, isn't there? What's it called? Nigella Lawson. Who's the girl I like? Does the walking? Julia Bradby.
Yeah.
And it was like, what was it they called it? Totty?
Totty.
What was the word they mentioned?
No.
So that it was like the thinking man's woman sort of thing, because of the way they presented it and the way they were dressed. I mean, they always ridiculed her, didn't they? Nigella Lawson. How could you prepare it in a cocktail dress? I mean, that was a classic, wasn't it? And Julia Bradbury. I mean, how could you walk 20 miles a day looking like that?
Yes.
That was it. I mean, so but.
That's another program we like watch. We did like her watching her walk because we'd done quite a lot of walking, and we find that very interesting, especially they done the South Down Way, which you've done, and obviously things that are on the TV, it's not quite like they foresee it, really, isn't it? You know that if you've done it, it's not quite like what they portray it on the TV. But
what about the news? Do you watch the news at all?
Yes, you're a great one for the news. You're like your dad. You like to know what's going on every minute of the day. But
I do, yeah.
I find it's quite boring.
You
actually.
turn it off if you can.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not necessarily. I mean, I like to read about the news, and I think that, and also there are times when if it's on the news, you're obviously going to be interested in it. But a lot of the time, I think it's the political bias from it it doesn't always appeal to me. It's not, and it's not really what you want to see. It gets keeps
you
on.
You don't want to see it, but other people.
I know they do.
Yes,
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, it gets. I think it just gets very, very politically minded and boring, and I find it keeps on being repeated. Once you've seen it once during that 24 hours, it's virtually. They don't seem to want to change the format on it.
Well, they can't if there's no news.
Well, they can. They can do other things. Surely there is other news in the world.
Yeah.
That's where I think sometimes we're a little bit like America. You only see what's happening in the state. You don't see. When you talk to Americans, some of them don't even know the capital of the next state.
No.
And if you obviously seen the news, what's your idea of Russia from the news?
Of Russia,
yes.
It's a country in turmoil, and I think Putin. I think I think he's a good leader. He's obviously misunderstood. I think he's perhaps he errs too much on the physical side of the Russian way of life. But obviously they were always, when we were great, they were great. So there's a lot of history there, and I think he would like to bring them back to where they were, and I think they can. I mean, they're no different to the Americans. They've always used other people's ideas to go forward, which is what the Americans are great at doing, and we are, I suppose, as well. And obviously, China is at the moment as well. They're only borrowing ideas and expanding on them, which is what the Japanese did after the Second World War. I mean, that's what, with American aid, they could take, I think a classic example is the British motorbike. They took the British motorbike and made it a world beater, where we was left like, oh, what did we do wrong? Why didn't we, why didn't we go the way of the Japanese with it? But with Russia, I think the trouble is he's got so much country to try and organise. I mean, I read an article just recently. They're trying to open the passage, the Arctic Passage, for 6 months of the year, because they feel that could be a cheaper route for exports to go round. But when you look at it, the ports that they've got up there were abandoned when the communists, when it was broken up. They were just left abandoned, and they're not really. They need a lot of investment, and whether he can get the investment from the private sector to go back into Russia, would he, bring it up then? I don't know. It's quite an enigma as to really where they're going to go, and at the moment, I think a lot of liberal Russians probably aren't happy with Putin. They think perhaps he could do more. I don't know.
And how would you find the press portrays Russia?
Not good here. I don't think so. I
don't think we see a lot of it. That's the trouble. We don't see any of it. They only show you what they want to show you. What's happening. They won't let you know what's happening really in the country. They'll only let you have little snippets when it suits.
Well, the only time you really hear about is regarding the sports. The
doping. Well, yeah. But
Doping, there you go.
but that's gone. Yeah, but that's global.
Of course.
They're all athletes.
All
the athletes.
I agree. Yes.
They've got to be.
Yes.
They've got to be able to go past the records. They've got to. We can't improve the human body that much that we can. Not just by being physically fit. You've got to have stimulants, which is what it's all about.
But it's more interesting, really, though, that the amount of Russians coming to the UK. I mean, look at Shirley's cleaner.
Oh yes. She's Russian. Funny enough, she's very similar to you. She's got a degree in, what was it? She got a degree in. She was saying, but I don't think she's happy with it. She's not happy with it. I think probably can't get the money.
Oh, I see.
And she's got like a couple of little businesses. One of them is, and she seems to do well. She cleans because she found that she's happy with it. I think more so it's a sort of a keeps her fit as well. It keeps her fit, doing the cleaning. Exactly
what you said. She goes round my sister-in-law's flat and works so hard and does it so quick, but the only thing is she breaks things on the way down. But she's fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
Shirley
and she's
would
a
be
friend
lost.
now. She's a friend.
Yeah, she'd be lost.
But there is more Russian people within this country, and we don't. I mean, other than Shirley, we don't. Well, what they do say as well. The Russians, a lot of them now that are coming over, are the ones with the money.
Oh yeah, of course,
just like the Chinese.
Yes.
Well, they're all buying. They've got so much money that they need to invest it outside the country in case things go bad again. That's how I view it. at their film. I mean, there's a story with Abramovich that where he's got all his millions is that he's keeping Putin's pension fund. I mean, whether that's just true or not, I don't know. But I mean,
we will never know.
We will never know. But
Thank you very much.
okay, is that enough?
Yes, that's enough.
Okay.
Thank you very